Opened the door, and the dude said, "Yo, I'm here for my cousin." I said, "Who your cousin?" And he said, "Jarule." I said, "Well, he busy right now." He said,
Well, he's busy right now.
"He busy doing what?" I said, "He with Puff. They're in the room. They busy. They don't want to be."
Well, he's in the room with Puff trying to get busy. All right, let's get into it, man. 50 and Ja Rule been going at it. They've been beefing again. It seemed like they've been beefing for like over 100 years. Like, yo, these old folks need to get it together, man. But nah, these two been going back and forth recently over the whole Diddy documentary thing. Now Ja Rule talking about putting a documentary out on 50. Like, dog, I'm here for it. Yes. All right, let's get right into it though.
I want to have a life to be able to live. You know, it's really going to be hard for me to take more hits than I take it. God forbid, get in front of a jury and.
Yo, this documentary was crazy. If y'all seen it,
and so
you got all types of footage of Diddy.
I listened. I've been a superb client, as you said. I jumped on the plane. I'm coming to New York, but I'm just running around waiting for a shoe to drop.
These new videos contribute to a critical portrait of Diddy in the documentary, which we can report tonight has now jumped.
So, I want to see where 50
all kinds of awards and accolades along the way, and is now a successful film and TV producer. And we're also joined by his colleague on the project, Alexandria Stapleton, an Emmy-winning showrunner and director of this series. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Man, thanks for having us.
Always great to have a
50 hilarious.
Yeah, it's always going to be good. Great for
you know exactly what he's doing being up there at the news station.
It's an important project, clearly. The question for both of you, 50 first, why this project, why now?
Well, we waited until after the results of the trial to release the project, but I started like almost 5 months before I was able to find Alex, and finding an Emmy Award-winning showrunner and director is detrimental to the project being really well put together. So they should expect it to perform like Reggie Jackson's did.
50, how'd you get it, and what does that scene show?
Well, I mean, you know, you're a journalist, Harvey. Harvey, you would not disclose your sources.
We usually don't.
Yeah, but I got it.
I got it.
Yeah.
What he said.
All right, I ain't gonna watch all this. I wanted to see that just so I could give y'all context to this new 50 and Ja Rule beef. Pretty much Ja Rule saying 50 is fed now. Pretty much throwing snitching allegations on him for creating this documentary, going on the news to talk about this documentary, and doing a whole bunch of marketing behind, you know, for this documentary. So yeah, now let's get into the meat and potatoes of the tweets and the IG posts and the whole nine. Here we go. Let me be clear, this ain't about Diddy. He's already in jail serving time, as he should be. This is about this sucker Curtis acting like he's hip-hop moral savior, going on TV with them tight-ass nasty suits and that big-ass jug head when you're no different, allegedly, right? Ja Rule posted that. Now, who's this?
Ja Rule. I said, "Well, he busy right now." He said, "He busy doing what?" I said, "He with Puff."
All right, so this is 50's response to Ja Rule.
Opened the door, and the dude said, "Yo, I'm here for my cousin." I said, "Who your cousin?" And he said, "Ja Rule." I said, "Well, he busy right now." He said,
"Well, he's busy right now."
"He busy doing what?" I said, "He with Puff. They're in the room. They busy. They don't want to be."
Well, he's in the room with Puff trying to get busy.
Bothered. He said, "Well,
you
I'm
don't want
going
to
in
be
there."
bothered.
I said, "Bruh, you ain't going in there," because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothered him. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed it and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked.
Yo, this can't be real, dog. Ain't no way. He said Ja and Puff were in the room naked. Like, what? Nah, ain't no way.
And so then Ja was like, "Yo, what's going on? Yo, Jay, that's my cousin." He know me well, you know, and Puff was like, "Yo, Jay, what happened?" I said, "He tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room." And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, "Yo," Ja said, "You ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on." So I opened the door.
Nah, that's crazy.
And
play with me if you want to, 50.
Yeah, so that seems to be 50's only response to Ja Rule. Now, Ja Rule has been making a few posts about 50. Here's one of them. I just showed you that. There's this other post about 50. I'm your karma chump with 50 and Diddy. It's like a slide. All these photos with 50 Diddy, 50 Diddy. It's pretty much Ja like, yo, you saying I was around Puffy doing all this. Nah, look at you, all these photos. You with Diddy too. Him and 50 bowling.
If you did not know the feud between these two, 50 Cent is so petty. He bought out Ja Rule's concert, like the first 4 rows, so no one else could attend, like in the front. Like literally, Ja Rule had a concert and 50 Cent spent a few $1,000s for the tickets, and he was like, well, they weren't that expensive anyways. Anyways, getting to some of the tweets, Ja Rule yesterday said bleep.
Yeah, 50 is very petty. 50 is very petty. He bought all the tickets to his concert, the front seats. Ain't have no fans. That's crazy. 50 cold.
Always telling on someone. Old dry snitch bleep bleep. You rat. Always have been. Always will be a bleep rat. Used car salesman suit wearing field gold nose having. You can read it. And it's like, Ja Rule, while you're talking, do you remember the fire festival? The disaster fire festival. You kind of scammed everyone, right? Allegedly. Sorry, allegedly. So it's like, I don't think that people really want to hear from Ja Rule. And they definitely don't want to hear from Ja Rule because here are the tweets from some folks.
Nah, hold on. I know all this happened, you know what I'm saying? But we can't put no Ja Rule slander. Come on. He got classics. Ja Rule is a legend. At the end of the day, Ja Rule is a legend. Like, damn, not Ja. People trying to kill Ja.
Folks, someone said he definitely took you shopping. Are you mad that 50 ruined your rap career? No way you're calling anyone a used car salesman when you sold people a luxury experience, which was a fire festival, and gave them cheese sandwiches and disaster relief kits. Other people said he's past the age of 30, so there's no snitching. But Ja Rule is friends with P. Diddy, so of course he's going to have his back. But I mean, the amount of petty that 50 Cent can do, he's iconic. I'll never get over the concert, him buying out the first 4 rows of the whole stadium, just so no one can sit there, so it looks more empty. Ja Rule is...
Damn. Ah, man. This beef seems like it'll never end, bruh.
Feels like 50 is trying to rebrand himself a little bit because he has been very open about the fact that he does not care for Diddy. He is a notorious troll. I'll tell you a very quick story. Last year, I got to work on a panel, I moderated a panel for 50, which was for the Emmy consideration for his TV show BMF. And I thought surely he won't bring Diddy up because this is for the Emmy voters to watch. That man still managed to bring up and diss Diddy in that course. He did it very creatively. And he's been very outspoken about the fact that he does not like Diddy, but he also does not like Diddy's behaviors. And I think that's interesting because behind the scenes, a lot of people, even those of us who covered this, were very aware of the whispers about some of his behavior. But it took Cassie Ventura filing suit for people to feel emboldened enough to come out. And so I think it's very important what 50 is saying because he is marking himself as almost like the spokesperson for hip hop and saying that, well, I had to do this because otherwise people would think that this is okay. And there's a lot of discussion about that, Audie, because of the misogyny in hip hop and also because of those fans who continue to this day to say Cassie did all this for money. Even seeing video, because one of their common things they say, of course, Audie, is why didn't she just leave? And we literally have video to see the brutality that happened when she did to attempt to leave, at least in one instance. So it's really, still stirring a lot of conversation. And people are actually kind of tickled by the fact that 50 is involved. And let's be very clear, he's an executive producer, so we don't even really know if any creative control he had. But just his name being attached to it was enough to make people want to watch this, Audie.
Damn, they just sent the cease and desist. She
Netflix got the footage. 50 Cent is really just...
Former Bad Boy security guard Roger Bonds made this video speaking on the new Diddy documentary, Industry on Blast.
An executive producer on it, and most definitely, as them ladies said right there, there's the face to push this, promote this, and it has really worked out in Netflix favor because of the simple fact they got the #1 slot. That's exactly what they was looking for with this documentary, and to get that type of engagement with it, why not domestic violence? And a dude called out Ja Rule over that tweet and said, at Ja Rule, I am on 50 Cent's side on this one. There are some animals that deserve to be snitched on out there. Some things can't just be swept under the rug. Ja Rule responded and said, I'm not condoning Diddy's behavior. I'm showcasing Herman's character. Then he put up Herman's no different, allegedly. 50 Cent, real name Curtis Jackson, has been involved in at least one well-documented domestic violence incident. In June 2013, he was accused of kicking his ex-girlfriend and the mother of his son, model Daphne Joy, also known as Daphne Navarez, in the stomach during an argument at her Los Angeles condominium, as well as destroying approximately $7,100.
Like, man, I love these rappers. You know, I grew up on them. But, yo, they all got some type of past. You know what I mean? They all got some type of past, yo. Damn, 50.
Worth of her property, including furniture, a chandelier, and a television. The altercation reportedly stemmed from suspicions of infidelity. It says Los Angeles authorities charged him with 1 misdemeanor count of domestic violence and 4 counts of misdemeanor vandalism. Jackson pleaded not guilty initially, but later reached a plea deal in October 2013, pleading no contest to 1 count of vandalism. The domestic violence charge and 3 vandalism counts were dropped as part of the agreement. So with that being dropped, that was that, and Jarule put that up. Now, 50 Cent did deny the domestic violence at that time through his attorney, said nothing had went on. He had not been arrested. No warrant was out for his arrest. So we do need to make that clear. Even though 50 Jarule is throwing that up there, 50 had denied all that and said that was not true through him and his team. None of the stuff was factual, supposedly. I don't know. Then he said, it's cool when he do it. It's a problem when I do it. F out of here. Herman an abuser too, allegedly. Then he put up another post with somebody, and he put the eye emojis on there, where they wouldn't put up a situation where 50 had supposedly got into it with his ex-girlfriend, tatted up highly, and she had accused him of being a manipulator and woman beater. 50 supposedly, from this write-up right here, apologized to her for that.
Yeah, 50 got a pass like that, you know what I mean? He can get exposed too, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like at this point, it's fair game. It's fair game now between these rappers. It's like yeah, we like the fact that 50 is speaking out and doing this, informing people a little bit more about Diddy in this documentary. You know what I mean? Diddy a crooked man. He did a lot.
He's just using this as a moment to get back at Diddy at this point in time. So people gonna have their own opinions on it. People got their opinions about the documentary, how everything was laid out and played out on theirs.
So what y'all think, man? Y'all think 50 only did this documentary as like a form of revenge, payback, you know what I mean, against his arch enemy Diddy? What y'all think? Like, I think so. I mean, it seems kind of obvious, like, this is like a get back. Like, yo, you done so much dirt against me. Now this is my get back. I mean, you my enemy, make it bad, you lay in it. Simple. But all in all, man, these back and forth between 50 Ja and now Marlon Wayans, like, it's all hilarious to me. I think for a lot of us, as we're all fans just watching this play out, it look like they're all about to have a documentary war, Marlon and Ja versus 50. So damn, I'm here for it. Let's see how it go.